Well, it's the home stretch, and this is your first Mastermind reunion. I hope you have many more to come. Remember, it's what you do in between the Mastermind groups that count most. Now, our study group, every Mastermind, and that means yours if you create one, needs a study group, and every study group needs a book. And I like to go 12 weeks at a time. And the book this go-around is called Karmic Management. Karmic Management. You can get it at any bookstore. You can order it from Amazon.com. And Karmic Management is a book that not only belongs on your bookshelf, it is a book that you are to highlight, to underline, and to have dog-eared pages again and again and again. I've read it no less than 5 times. There's also an audio program to it. I highly recommend you get that as well. You are going to be given reading assignments, and I want you to read the whole book, but the reading assignments and the homework, if you will, those will not be every single page, and we'll have study groups in our meetings in between our Mastermind reunions. So that's Karmic Management. Now, let's go to the Karmic Marketing Nest. When you put the book into effect, you get what's called the Karmic Marketing Nest. And Karmic Marketing, that's something that I coined, is all about 5 things. Now, here they are. Number 1, there's little you in the middle. It's like a hub to a bicycle wheel. And then there are your customers. That's at 3 o'clock. And then your suppliers. Those are the people who supply you with goods and services. Let's say a webmaster, that's a supplier. Then your team. That could be your executive assistant, your virtual assistant, anyone you work with on a daily or weekly basis. And then there's the rest of the world. For example, when I give to Kiva.org, I'm giving to third world entrepreneurs, microloans. That is doing something for the world. If I pick up a gum wrapper, I'm doing something for the world. Now, karmic marketing starts with little you. I would say little me. And the essence of karmic marketing is what goes around comes around. Now, why is what goes around comes around so important? What comes around back to you like a boomerang effect is not always coming from the source you gave it to. That's what's most important. Karma, that's the way you pronounce it. Karma is all about what goes around, comes around, but not from where you gave it. And that's where most people go the wrong way enthusiastically. They think everything has to be reciprocated to the source and from the source back to you. But that's not the way the world works, and that's not the way karma was designed. Karma is designed that little things make a big difference, and they come back like an avalanche, like a tidal wave, back to you from other sources. What goes around comes around is the second principle. And the third principle is little me, that's little you, soon expands to big you. In my case, big me. Now, how does that happen? Well, when you are making your customers successful, and that's not just selling them goods and services, you're actually making them successful. You're appreciating them. Let's say you're a customer of mine, you're a client of mine, you're a student of mine. If I were a chiropractor, you'd be a patient of mine. I want to do everything in my power to make you successful. You've purchased something from me, and as a result of purchase something from me, I'm going to make you successful as much as I possibly can. Everything in my power to expand your potential. Does that make sense? Now, when I make you successful and do everything in my power to make you successful, beyond having you buy something from me, then you're obviously going to make me successful back. Or maybe you'll tell other customers, I call them students or players, to come back to me and create another mastermind group. Now, what goes around comes around. Make you successful, you make me successful. So when you make your customers successful, they will make you successful. And that's only 1/4 of it. Let's go to the next. This is at 6 o'clock at the very bottom. Your suppliers. Suppliers are ignored. Probably the least felt of all human emotions is gratitude and appreciation for suppliers. Most people treat them like slaves. I don't know why. I make my suppliers successful. I celebrated when I paid one of my suppliers my $500,000, my webmaster and web development team. We celebrated like, oh my gosh, just how much money have we made to have paid you $500,000 in web design? Now, that was a celebration. It took about 8 years to get there, but I love making my suppliers successful. I'll buy my suppliers pizza on Fridays to celebrate. I'll give them tickets to the movies or to a baseball game. I love making my suppliers successful, and they in turn make me successful. Think about it. Your suppliers, more than your customers, have more of a sphere of influence to make you successful. They have other clients just like you. Your competitors are probably clients of your suppliers. So down at 6 o'clock, you make your suppliers successful, they will make you successful. Let's go to 9 o'clock. Your team. Yes, you pay your team, but if you make them successful, if you celebrate with them, not just paying them and having them do stuff for you, but make them successful. Think about their day. Think about what they're going through. If their child is sick, ask them what's happening. Call them after hours. Celebrate victories with them. Get involved in their personal life if they invite you to do so. Make your team members successful, and they will make you successful back. I'll never forget any team member who is having a tough time, I'll give them the day off. We call it a me day. Just go have a me day, right? And if they're overwhelmed, I'll ask them, what are you overwhelmed about? And let's just take it off your plate altogether. Because they're there to perform for me and they're giving me everything they got. I want to give them even more. So make your team members successful and they will make you successful back. But 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4 is not playing all in. It's not 100%. You need to give the world back. I give to Kiva.org, and I've given hundreds of thousands of dollars in microloans to entrepreneurs in the third world. The world, I give to my community. I pick up a gum wrapper from my street. I'm giving to the world. The world is everyone else outside of your customers, your suppliers, and your team. And by the way, when you make the world successful, the world makes you successful back. It's that simple. Sometimes I'll be on a teleseminar, a webinar, or a Google Hangout, and maybe someone from the other part of the world, outside of my suppliers and my team and my customers, are listening. Sometimes they love what I say, sometimes they don't. But by making them successful, and if they hear one little drop of nectar that they can absorb and have meaning in their life, then I have now gone 4 for 4. The customers, the suppliers, the team, and the world of little me makes little me into big me, and then you have to give to yourself. And on my whiteboard, take a look. On my whiteboard, you will see that there are 5 places where I do things every single day. First, I'm giving to my customers. Then I'm giving to my suppliers. Then my team, then the world, and then me. Now, I don't always come last, but I always give to me. It could be a foot massage. It could be a bike ride. It could be working out at the gym or in my garage, or it could just be spending time throwing the football with my son or just going out with my daughter. It doesn't matter. On a date night with my wife or Bikram yoga. Me means catering and taking care of me because charity starts at home. So customers, suppliers, team, and world, it's not really just 4. You got to go 5 for 5, not just 4 for 4, and put you in the equation. When you do, little you becomes big you. And the big insights are this. Karmic marketing expands your social influence by 10, 20, 30 times, sometimes more. The karmic marketing concept is based on a win, 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 win principle. That's 5 wins, not just 4. And karmic marketing, number 3, is aligned with the laws of nature. Karma works whether you believe in it or not. The only thing is, if you do believe in it, it'll work even better. My name is Alex Mondosian, and I hope and pray that you put karmic marketing into your game plan so that you get bigger and better and you play the game on your terms. All good wishes.